Welcome, lads. We're going to review the crypto market, our VIP trade setups, and see what's going to come about. So let's go ahead and see what BTC is doing. Could be very important. What we're going to do, we're going to review the top coins, dollar index, S&P 500, and then afterwards, we're going to try to see if there is any opportunity in it. So in the past chart I've left for you lads on BTC, we showed up about here. All right, there was a bullish tendency to come about, and basically you had to violate the curve. At this very point, guys, we are at that critical moment to violate the curve. All right, if the curve gets violated, lads, there's good room to grow. Okay, now the only thing that matters is uh, you're able to understand that if we get out of this curve, we can fly, right? And I wasn't expecting it to happen. And the thing here is that the reason we have to be very careful. If you're on this group chat and you're as a guest, please go ahead and label yourself as a lad with your Telegram ID, so I know who you are. You have 5 minutes to do so. So, lads, this situation we got going on here, if by any chance a good bit of a volume comes about, we can fly off. All right, we can fly off, and that can be serious here. So, uh, what can this bring to us if we're sitting on altcoins? What can happen if all of a sudden, we make a high? All right, that is very important. This is a 4 hour time frame, but what can take place is something we should pay attention to with Ethereum, with Litecoin, with a lot of things. There will be a very nice bubble that's going to burst here with the dominance as well. So if, let's say, we are going to check the dominance, let's see where the dominance is. So on the domination frequency, we ended up coming about to the alt season area, right? And right now, guys, right now is where the volume is sitting at a very, very critical point. In this pocket, we can either pop up, okay, like just a tiny shadow will come up in order to form the next candle. And this next day candle is a 5 day candle. Every one of these candles made in a 5 day Hekinashi style, right? So if we make this candle that gonna come about surfacing anything, and I mean anything over 46.33, right? That is where the support will be verified. Okay, so this curved support can only be verified as soon as the top, just something shows up, right? And it's gonna start showing up here. All right, it's gonna first show up here, then it's gonna go all the way down. Next one will open way higher, something like this. Same scenario. You see, like, we touch it, we open up, we touch it, we open up, we touch it, we open up. It can happen within an instant. And um don't get panicky here. Okay, if you're sitting on SNGLS, on Hypercash, HC, I don't know, AAC, like those assets, guys, they are waiting for this. They're waiting for this confirmation and continuation of moving within. And then afterwards, when we come below 46.33, is gonna be amazing for hyper shit coins. The coins that I said they can grow about 1,000%, those things would just start flying. And then again, they stop flying when we go out again, because this zone was made so we can fight it, so we can keep playing around with it. And the amateurs gonna get washed off, and they're gonna give them their position to you. Okay, so they're gonna think that alt season gonna be over, and they're gonna basically sell out of their positions. They're gonna immediately run to top coins, not knowing that the top coins, this growth we're gonna have here, guys, this growth that I told you guys, if we get out of the curved zone, can be something that basically we cannot control. If we are to, for example, let me show you. Where you at my chart? There you go. All right. So if we are to pop out here, okay, if we are to pop out, no matter how much we grow from here on, okay, we have to come back somewhere around here. This is the same exact spike that I'm talking about. So no, this pops, right? This pops. There's a support line that starts here that drags all the way, and it has to, identify itself and sit between 60 to 61 to 100 or so. Okay, so once the price sits here, all the medium range going, the whole out, like everything will just pump. Now, if we don't now, and that's even like impossible, because if we top here, the consolidation got to go like this. It can't just go here, explode out of this, and then go. None of that can happen. It's not even possible. Okay, we have a massive resistance, lads. This thing is not gonna let us just cross over it that easily. We need a massive push, okay? With a massive push, and the push has to come fundamentally from other indexes to push us upwards. If that doesn't come about, there's no way we can just pop out. And then, lads thinking we're gonna go all of a sudden to 70, 80K. Okay, I will say okay after we go over this line, right? So anyway, guys, we got this going on. We got that dominance thing going on. Let's go ahead and check Ethereum, right? We're gonna go ahead and check Ethereum, see what Ethereum's been up to. All right. Okay, so to the dollar, back March 30th, that was the last resistance we needed to break from 1840, and then this thing just flew up. The amount of power that is going on in Ethereum has been pushing it upwards like that. So when we have pockets like this on the daily and we break out of, we can consider this as a base. All right. And then when something like this on the daily shows up telling us, hey, I needed one more burst of liquidating all the shirts, and then we go upwards, and then another one gonna start forming around here, and then it's going to realize that I need to go to 5K, so I'm going to swing one more down to liquidate the louds or anything like that, and then immediately I'm going to pop upwards. All right, so Ethereum to dollar can do this, even though it's showing us this bearish momentum. If you're thinking I'm going to enter here, you're crazy. If you think I'm going to enter here, you're crazy. Anything like that, you're crazy. Why? Because you should have gotten in here. You should have gotten in when I told you, if you go over this line, this thing gonna fly. Not to come become bullish right here. That to me is just unnecessary. That's Ethereum to dollar. Ethereum to BTC, the way we gotten up has just been ridiculous. Like we broken R1, R2. And guys, at this point, right, like look at where we are. All right, you're gonna understand that no matter how much we can go up, you can see that you see this is spike coming up, like on the, let's zoom in to learn something from the past, so we don't think that we missed the bus. So you think you missed the bus with Ethereum, go ahead, instead of planting those things to dollar, shift your vision to BTC. Now I'm telling you, BTC gonna fly, correct? So if BTC gonna fly, if we get out of that curve and you want to catch on Ethereum and you see these type of spikes coming about, if you put your orders here, here on Hobie, on Kraken, on anywhere, right, to Ethereum to grab some Ethereum with your BTC, all of a sudden you might see them get triggered. It's just a coincidence, guys. At this point, you missed the bus, but all of a sudden you might be able to jump on it if you're lucky. And that's just literally about luck at that point, because we need that spike to come to grab you. But we broke R1, we broke R2. Overall, Ethereum wants to get to here, to BTC. And in order to get here, there has to be a swing. So all of a sudden to R2, if you put it here, you might grab it. If you put it here, you might grab it. If you put it here, you might grab it. Think about how much you want to ladder like here to grab it. And if you don't grab it, cool, no problem, because BTC is bullish, lads. If we go over that curve, and yet to dollar, you're a winner. That's the situation to Ethereum. If you want to change and revert your strategy to BTC pair, let's go ahead and check. Let me just give you guys a little bit of a joy, just to look at this chart. Back in the day, the price was at 243. And this was that golden line that I was looking for, right? And now we are here. That was June 10th, 2020. So, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at BCH. We're going to save my favorite coin for last. Let's see what BCH, Bitcoin Trash, has been up to. Now, guys, Bitcoin Trash has been going very well for itself. It's broke the R1, broke R2, broke R3, and with volume on a 2-day chart to Tether, we're going to close this candle, hopefully, over R3. And that is a big indication that this asset on long term, midterm is bullish. All right, to dollar. That's crazy because at this point, closing with volume, all right, over this R3 means that we can possibly fly off. And I told you guys, we're going to see 2K with this. We're going to see 3K with this. This asset is worth about nothing in reality, but it's just foaming up. Lads are willing to, eventually, they will be willing to pay 2K, 3K for this. Pay attention to BCH. If you want to do something crazy, this is the coin. It can still grow about 50 to 100% in value to dollar. But yet, the most valuable asset, in my opinion, at this very point, is this one coin that got way too much room to grow to BTC. This asset has what it takes to give us too much profit. All right. Now, what's going on here? Guys, when we went down right here, right, from this harmonic, we made it, that one swing low, came back up with volume, start making higher lows, took back the supportive zone, sat on S1, brought back here, and then these things, you can see my extended harmonic throwing us this, but then what happened? We broke out of the curved resistance once again. And once again, we are sitting on the most beautiful, beautiful area we could be sitting on. Guys, look at the highway. Where is it going? Yeah, we might need to start loading up and show up here again, because this is the beauty here. Put orders here, you might see them. You might see them because the volatility will pick up. All right, the volatility will go up. Those spikes that I told you can show up on the dominance. Those are the last opportunity for you to be able to buy back in to the top coins as well. So you have to take Litecoin serious, guys. If Litecoin giving you an opportunity to jump on it and to ride it up, even the bears, look at this. So it got to here, right? 319. Everyone was bullish on this asset, but they didn't realize that, hey, from 364 to 320, 319 is that a massive pocket you could have been bearish on. But yet, overall trend was bullish. I let you lads know. Now, you can see this coming about. Guys, if I am recognizing a pattern, a bullish pattern that can come about, but I'm letting you know we have a bearish potential, you got to take this. And overall, I'm long-term bullish on Litecoin. You got to understand that this is an opportunity to buy more. Okay, we're not this. If I'm short on this momentarily, on a 7 hour, that doesn't mean overall I'm going to be bearish on this asset, because this asset, guys, overall to BTC has been super nice. Super nice. Okay, and with this volume, do you see these green lines here? With this way we going, right? This is going exactly according to the plan. And we have sat on S1, gained volume, nice volume, and we flew off. All right. So now, guys, yes, this is a part we may see like a little bit of a surprises, but don't get confused. This asset has to grow to here. 0.01. We must get there, and we shall get there. Either today, tomorrow, a week, a month, it will. And Litecoin will start gaining a certain type of dominance. We have just became hyper. We have just got out of the depression mode. So pay attention to this. If there's a top coin that has not yet grown, it will be Litecoin. If there's a coin to me that has value at this point, uh, to the price, to the amount of profit it can bring to me, will be this. And don't you be surprised if you one day see this trying to break this at 0.02. Call me crazy, but that can even happen, right? Now that's LTC. Let's go ahead and see what XRP did. This coin that has lost its American volume. Let's see what XRP has been up to, right? Let's see. Where are we? So XRP, when I posted this, we were here, touching here. I told you guys this is just a raw roadmap. I wanted you lads to know where we are. Once the opportunity comes that I can give you guys a signal to be bullish fully or bearish to take advantage of, it will come to your hand as a trade setup. And my last Ripple trade setup was one of the most successful trade setups, and I want the next one to be successful as well. So I'm not gonna jump in yet when I know we're below this. Once we come over this, or once we make a pattern right here in this gap, I'll let you lads know. But if we touch here, those things are gonna be nice to grab some Ripple. And Ripple will eventually kick back in. It's just poor Ripple is going through a dilemma to dollar, and it got to do this now super slowly. And when you have to make your bullish run with a bit of a weakness, when the time comes for Ripple to actually gain enough momentum to break out, it will be a nice breakout. From 154, all of a sudden you're going to see $2, then you're going to see $3. Now you have to look at Ether to LTC. I'm holding a large amount of ETH now, thinking about shifting. Okay. All right, Ali, I want you to understand something. Let's say you're holding a lot of Ethereum, right? For amount of Ethereum you're holding, you can go ahead, collect how much ever it is, okay? 1/4 of it, 1/3 of it, and put this in LTC, okay? And call it off for a midterm and a long term. Because in my opinion, guys, I don't want to. Okay, so let's Litecoin, guys. I'm a holder, massive holder, and I see the value of growth in LTC at this point way more than Ethereum. Okay, and with Ethereum, there is this one situation that and there's no way they mess this up because they got so much good things going on for themselves. Okay, if they mess this up with their gas fee, if they mess this up with any information that the dude who runs Ethereum, if he puts this out and it's bad, that trigger, that little spike downwards can take place. So Alijan, if you have too much of Ethereum, all right, another strategy is to put that 1/4 you're going to put in LTC, put another 1/4 as trigger orders, okay? The way how I explained to you guys in Kraken. Because there, if that spike comes about, it's going to grab you. It's going to make more Ethereum for you. Because if that volatility, and if it doesn't, you're not going to be able to go backwards. Like it's not going to be bad for you. It can only be good for you. But don't fully exit. Okay, if you have Ethereum at low, don't fully exit. I'm just letting you know what I would do if I were in your shoes and what I have been doing. So that's Ethereum. XRP, I told you guys, I'll let you know, guys know when I'm gonna jump in it. LTCV reviewed, BCH, BTC. Let's go ahead and now jump into our trade setup. So American stocks, this is that, and then UMB to ETH Spy Catcher 101. Guys, that trigger that I'm talking about, that little spike that I'm talking about, that Ethereum may throw just to burst, it will be an instant thing that can happen with this asset. Now, if you got in here, put your orders here, okay, I understand. But you gotta understand one more thing. There is just so much weakness we can show until a massive spike come about. Now, that can happen and it will happen. So if you think that this spy catcher is gonna keep on running you down, because this is too much down at this point, all right. And some of you lads that do a risk to reward 14%, 16% as usual for a spy catcher 101s, that's cool. Recently, guys, I haven't put any info on my charts. I've been just super busy and talking here, challenging this and that. So if you are in negatives in this, don't worry. Keep your limits. It will get triggered, okay? And I hope that for a spy catcher you didn't put anything more than 5 to 10%. Anything more than that, you are officially knighted to be a crazy lad on this market. A spy catcher 101 is still got an opportunity. Now let's go ahead and jump into .USDT. Now .USDT, guys, is in a pocket here trying to make the handy. And if it does make that handle, which is trying to make it, okay, this is a complex handle, it will eventually touch R1, in my opinion. We shall see how it will react if it wants more momentum to touch S1. If we do touch S1, we can jump about here. Too much weakness here can still lead to an upward movement. But if we do come about too much down, right, we lose the curve like this asset can come about right here, 34, before another pull up and more drag to go downwards. But I don't see that happening. I see Polkadot overall being bullish, right? So that's WINUSDT. The situation we got with Win is not a good one, lads. We touched S1, we lost S1, we tested it, and now we're going exactly downwards. The situation, the only bullishness I could have promised you would have been over R1 to go upwards. In case we lose S1, we may see further weakness, and we are in that weakness. And don't give up on it if you're like one of these lads who got in here, okay, or tried to run this strategy when I told you guys, give you guys another win. The thing here is, sometimes this zone will throw us upwards again, but reality is you're not looking that good, okay? It can't keep on going downwards. Dodge USDT. Now the reason I hate Dodge, okay, I hate this coin, but I'm gonna let you know why I have to do these charts, because some lads come about, they're like, hey, listen, here is this much, I need this chart, and I give it to them, and they have to know this is a completely technical chart. This resistance of R1 is dragging, and what's important is this. I don't want to name his ass anymore, but this guy is literally playing this. The guys, this is engineered technical analysis. This guy knows exactly to put what funda to pump, okay, or what funda to dump, and that's dangerous, very dangerous. If he decides that we have a lot of whales shorting it, he's gonna mess you up. Apparently, I had to learn this the wrong way, but this guy is a bad dude. Is a bad dude, and a lot of newbies in this market don't even understand what's going on here, okay? This dude is basically trying to use you as someone who's gonna bring all this profit to you. When he wears that Mario outfit and he's playing you, you're watching his show, you are his. So if you got a whale here with Dodge playing around, okay, the only way, the most valid way for you to do this is gonna be this way. All right, so we're gonna show you what's going on. So check it out. So Dodge to USDT, I was, again, for the new lads that got in here, don't just like think that I want to trade this. No, I'm letting you know what the possibility is in this scenario. If R1 gets broken upwards, it can lead to test this area. And the idea here for this man is to break that area. He is completely aware how much bear or how much resistance is in here. The amount of resistance in here is what makes this asset special. And this is why he needed to have that type of reaction, okay? Because he knew if he would have said anything, okay, if he would have, in that SNL show he was on, if he would have said anything, this was the scenario that was gonna happen, okay? We are making fun of those idiots who are in this and they think they're gonna go to the moon because they think so, but it would have been a scenario like this and then a complete scenario downwards, and we would have gotten way lower. Okay, we would have gotten way lower, and this is what would have happened. Now, in order for him to actually avoid this from happening, right, it would have even been worse. It could have, a fake breakout of that magnitude with a bad rejection would have brought, like, this would have hurt the Dodge holders way more than it would have profited them. But this is what he said and he thought he can do. This is what Elon thought would have been best for his coin. So he said that I'm going to go ahead, whoever got in here late and is a newbie, I'm going to shake him off, make trillions of dollars with the shorts here, algorithmically. And he did so. He gave it to them. We lost this, and in we dumped downwards. He made a good bunch of money here, right? Which everything from here, candle wise to Hekinashi, was completely predictable. And now that the resistance has been tested a few times, even we grabbed this, we are now in one of my favorite situations. We are now loading up before we can break up. And this loading up before we can break up gonna be nice. Is because this guy is gonna start tweeting about it. But once this resistance is violated, we will go upwards exactly where we were. Exactly where we were. And then there are these lads that are sitting up or like right there, and they're going to bag the money, guys. They're gonna basically start selling so massively, um, and it would just be crazy. Then we're gonna see a scenario, and this scenario happens after that. When we get here and achieve here, we're gonna see this. We're gonna see a movement like this. All right, you can shake like this, but it would happen. And once that happen, okay, this asset will grow all the way to the dollar. And when everyone thinks that the dollar is the gold, and they're gonna buy, they're gonna burst the dollar resistance, and then they will all get dumped to 20 10 cents or whatever it's gonna be in an instant, and the game and the joke will be over. And that's the reason we're not in it. I am not willing to take a risk of a man being able to shake me off in an instant. And you're hearing it from me. Hey, listen, I trade Portal, and I took off of it. MVP, those assets, Ilama, those are assets worst. They have nothing, and you're playing with the jokers and the stuff. But I rather at the end get in the bed with the whales than to get in the bed with this dude, because I just can't trust him. And one of the good things that happened to us when that talk thing, the SNL thing was happening, was that he did not talk about BTC. And I had them lads sacrifice a goat for that, because that didn't mess up our alt season. So we should be thankful. We should be thankful that that didn't happen. So now we are back in it. But you saw what happened to Dodge. Let's get going with um, our other trade setups. All right, so that's the situation you got with Dogecoin. I don't trade it. I wanted to short it. I had all the confirmation, but the lad saw how much short was on Dodge, and I guess he has spared a few coins for Travella. Anyway, that was that scenario we had with Dogecoin. This asset here, BNB a scalp. Now, this is a scenario that BNB is facing, guys. It's a stop loss hunt to dollar value. Come on, open to the dollar value, right? We're gonna try to throw one upwards to 634ish or so, right around this area, and then we can drag and go downwards, all right? And it will play out. There will be a pocket here that gonna burst a lot of lads, and it can even be massive. And a lot of lads know this, that have a lot of power, and they might even add up on it. I don't know how, but just be careful with your Binance accounts. Now, BNB scalp, BNB scalps. This asset, you see how it's going upwards. This tiny thing we got going on, this support we got going on, will is only available to us all the way to this range. And if by any chance, if my stop loss gets triggered over, then it will be bad. Now, I am the way how I'm doing this. Don't want to tell you guys about how much or percentage wise, because there are reasons, but you should not be more than I would say 5%, and your position, your leverage shouldn't be more than 3x to 5x if you're gonna jump on this, right? You gotta understand there is a risk that comes about with this, but there is certainty that we will show weakness with BNB as it going up towards BTC. That a spike that I told you that BTC can throw will make BNB become its go lower a bit. All right, so that's BNB a scalp for you lads. Now let's go ahead and focus on AMB. Is AMB alive? Um, I understand this chart is crazy, and I know this, but I just want you to understand something, okay? And this is this that is spike that I'm talking about that can trigger your Ethereums, can lead to a massive spike. If you put AMB to Ethereum, right, all of a sudden, all that Amber Rose is gonna turn into, let's say you put worth of 1 Ethereum in there, you might come out of this with 4.2 of it. So just so you understand what can happen here, but the percentage here is not accurate. It doesn't show you the exact one. However, this asset, when it grows, we're gonna have a spike situation happen. The only way to take the most advantage of this are these targets that I put in over here for you. You gotta understand that Amber Rose to BTC is also bullish to dollar bullish. So let's go ahead and check those out. So AMB to USDT. Was that 6 cents, basically 7 cents, thrown off all the way to 12 cents. All right, that's 100% to dollar almost. Then we lost the bloody R1, and now we are where? At that load zone of the pennant. A complete fake breakout. Guys, when a fake breakout happens, if we do not hold our load zone, we need to go fill back our trust from S1. But you gotta understand, all these sell volumes here got popped. Okay, whoever put the cells here, they got popped. So because they got popped, next time we come around here, it would be easier for us to climb back up and gain that 96% that we got going on here from this zone all the way upwards. AMB AMB to BTC is what is also important. Now, AMB to BTC roadmap raw, April 14th. Remember, we lost this zone. We got back in it, but we are traveling upwards, and that's important. So all of a sudden, we may come back and touch this again. Overall, the asset that is moving like this, keep making higher lows, are pretty nice if you want to consider them for that swing move that they can make. The overall AMB to me is this wild card that I can make a crazy amount of profit out of, right? So AMB has that situation going on. Now SXP to USDT is a chart that I put out for lads. Now guys, we went through a certain type of drag. Now the drag brought us a level lower, doing exactly what it was supposed to do up here, right? Boom, 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 boom. But then now we're doing this under the support, the massive support, and that is not good. Yes, we can come back and touch upwards here, but now the birds have the hands until we break back in. Okay, I hope you collected some profit right up here, because that when I put this right around here, you would have known your goal could have been here. But if you were also with me and knowing that we're gonna lose this, that's a smart choice also to get out of this. However, if you paid attention, since we got out, we haven't made any lower lows. This indicates that we can possibly become bullish again on this asset. And at the same time, that time can the bullishness can come about within 6 to 7 hours. That's SXP. Now SXP overall, what is it doing? Like harmonically on a long time frame, what is SXP doing? So let's take a look at that. SXP. Now, SXP, guys, we got in here back in February 17th. It became a hodl situation. The hodl situation dragged up, told you the wing is the boss, and the wing has been happening. Now we got this going on. And that's basically telling us that there's going to be a little bit of a struggle here in order to throw upwards here. And that's basically it. However, if we make a lower low, we're back. This whole wing dies. But Wing has a lot of potential. And in my opinion, the way how I'm seeing this, we have what it takes, guys. We have what it takes. Anyway, that's SXP. Um, let's jump in here with this American stock. Guys, since oil lost massively, all these oil companies dumped. Now, this is a scenario like IOST. And in case you guys don't know, yes, we are in an upward channel moving like this. All right. But if you put a strike call, any of these prices, right, long term, you may be able to achieve more profit than the whole crypto alt season. Just letting you know, lads in America, lads that have access to these things, that can be a nice one. All right, that can be your, crazy run you're gonna do. Let's go ahead and open the rest of the charts. All right, the golden roadmap. Now, the golden roadmap, guys, gold is reversing where I told you guys from the last live session we can possibly come about over 1800s. Currently, 1836 is what the price is, but the price has seen 1845. If that's going to be the scenario, we could possibly have a little bit of a movement going on before we jump upwards and touch this. All right. Be aware of this asset because gold being bullish can and will at this point make what bullish? Yes, it would make BTC bullish. And so that's the situation we got going on with gold, we got going on with BTC, most of the top coins. Ooh, look at that weakness coming about. We better not close that candle like that. Very critical moment. Anyway, guys, anyway, we got the golden roadmap going on, raw XRP, RCN. What's happening with RCN? Yeah, showing weakness after that pop, but this is just an opportunity for you to jump over it and keep flying upwards. RCN hodl, hold midterm, okay? Let's go ahead and take a look at FTI to BTC. Now, FTI to BTC, all right, is this asset that can just pop and go a crazy amount upwards. And what's cool about it is that it told us I'm bullish, all right? And how much profit you've made on this is important because this is not a joke, guys. This movement that happened after we broke the resistance is way over a normal 20-30%, and you know that. So I hope you were able to collect some profit from that. Now Willow, guys, Willow keeps playing around, gaining this volume here within my entry zone. And what's important about this asset is that I want you to pay attention to something. All right, come on. Come on, come on. A lot of players are in this. All right, a lot of players are in this. They're trying to, because that 10x thing is going on. But one thing that is actually happening is that they don't realize how much midterm buyers are kicking in here. They don't get it. They just don't get it. They keep longing, shorting. They think they can scalp such an asset. Good for them. Let them do it. But they don't understand that the lad who came about and bought it as we were going down, right? All this volume coming in, right? This means something. This means that we are eventually, with all these beautiful higher lows we're making, this critically, we have the potential to come back and break R1. Not just break it, I'm talking about taking over it and grow to $96, grow to $1.14, grow to $1. Just keep going. And I know we're gonna hit R2, but we're not gonna allow us to think that way. That's why we're gonna trail our profit within the zone with these targets, close positions. That was Velo, guys. ATP long term with these targets that I've given you. First target is 45%. You could take a look at it like that. We got super close to it, however, it hasn't happened. But when it did achieve this point, I'll let you lads know what's happening, right? At that critical moment from S1 all the way. So ATP is a long-term hodl with the following targets as it can grow a good bit. It can be nice, guys. It can be really, really good. Don't miss out on ATP. ATP has the potential. All these lads that came in here and bought in here, they want to pull out here, here, and here. So that's ATP. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's been going on with this chart. Because let's see, are the birds still in control? It seems like it. See? So the birds are in control. But this time we may have a chance. We may break this out and keep on flying. But I told you guys, instead of becoming bullish around this channel that birds run it, become bullish after we pop out and hold over it. Then let's be bullish. Let's take a look at Numerai. So Numerai, I told you guys that if we cannot break out of this triangle, we gotta go downwards. And at this point, I'm telling him where it's going. So we shall see. Are we gonna really need to go that low with this head and shoulder we got all the way here to gain momentum, or we're gonna pop upwards? Because literally this is the next resistance before anything, just so you know. But I want to buy in here. I already bought in a little bit, but as it goes down, I'm keep gonna buy and keep on gonna buy, and then my most amount of buy order is sitting here in this area. So once that triggers, it will be a nice one, guys. So that's NMR. Now sushi mushi. Now sushi mushi, guys, is basically trying to go upwards. Again, we got out of this trade setup. Those of you lads running this spotlight, you're good. You collected your profit. You could do this, and it's still it can drag downwards to here. If you want to enter, you can enter once again here to go upwards. Okay, that's sushi, and let's take a look at our wild card, guys. This asset can just fly off for no reason. For no reason. It can just go anywhere it wants to. And at the end of the day, I rather risk it on this than to go ahead and become a dodge holder. So that's the situation we got. AMB to dollar, I explained to you, lads. XDN. Now, XDN, guys, is in a fantastic situation, still under R1, yet it doesn't allow itself to get back down here to the load zone. I wanted to come there so I can buy it. I already bought a bit, but the bags are sitting here, and I wanted to get here so I can grab some. Because once I do, and trust me, once I do, it's gonna pop. It's gonna pop, and we're gonna go up, guys. And if this happens, then what? It's just a possibility. But how much should you take this risk of a 14x? Only 5 to 10%. Anything more than that, again, you qualify to be knighted as a crazy person in this market, in my opinion. AAC long-term hodl. Now, AAC long-term hodl uh, got a bit of a cookies in there. Now, guys, this this guy. All right, so this is basically ran by 2 3 whales. All right, these lads made this coin just to pump and dump it. All right, yet there is, I'd say, 10 to 20% of that value are the poor people in it who have beliefs in it. If you want to take advantage of this asset can fly upwards, guys. Okay. How much should you put risk in it? Nothing more than 5%. But when you put that 5%, put your targets at these zones. All right. Because you never know, man. Your 5% going to become a few portfolios. Loom to BTC. Now, Loom to BTC, guys. This is that asset. Same scenario. Load zone, and then eventually that big pop gonna come about. These are the targets. Exactly, we're gonna run this like Shocky at the second, but that's how we have to play this asset. Okay, that's Loom midterm, American market, guys. Fuck. AMK. All right, you can't option this, but you want to hold something that you're relaxed. You could go ahead for this one when it gets back in here or back in here, because this is a worthy asset, guys. You can just keep going upwards with it. Now, is there other American assets? Ella, guys, you gotta pay attention to what happened here. We thrown a spike out of the triangle, but the volume couldn't get out. Dragged back downwards. And now we're trying to go upwards, and this is just getting a bit crazy. Getting a bit crazy. Pay attention to this. This can be the potential we need in order to go up. Anyway, lads. So this is a situation we got going on, um, and we got to pay attention to that. Ella is, it can possibly break back downwards and touch the bottom of this triangle and then pop up. Originally, I wanted to do it exactly like that to get out eventually, pop here, drag down, boom, explode. And I want that to happen with Ella. All right. Lads, another American asset that I mentioned to you guys, I'm heavily invested in this. ABEV has its own momentum. Cup and a handle confirmed breakout of the harmonic, good ass volume. If this asset wants to fly to $5, it can. And TNC and Elama and BTC, all these assets are there for you. So these guys, I cannot no longer keep track of them because my target only thing matters is for my targets to hits entry, my alarm triggers, I buy them again, because that's how I'm gonna play these assets going on. We are at the most fantastic type of alt season, and this is what's happening, guys. So XMX is good. SHE is my baby. She is beautiful, and she is always gonna be beautiful. Why? Because we just do this, guys, on a regular. Look at that. It's, oh my god. Look at that. Anyway, before I throw a party here for SHE, I want to let you lads know that my time is running short, unfortunately, and I'm gonna put this video out for you guys, okay, on YouTube, and we have to start the live session in Farsi. So I'm gonna run the live session. You heard about the best in English, and don't worry about ACT, guys. ACT didn't come all the way here, so it can get delisted, and then it loses it. If those guys know what can happen, they're not gonna sell off because they know the money is sitting here. They're gonna make commission money, and I hope they don't mess this up for ACT, because if I'm gonna just let you know, okay? If I tell you I'm not gonna, this is not gonna go down, but I will let you know that I'm not pulling out of this. This is my ship. I'm the captain, and I might go down with my ship, but I'm not gonna get out of it. I didn't come all the way didn't put all this time in many years to see the promised land, and I'm not gonna just pull out because of it. My pattern wants to die, I'll die with my pattern. And BTG taught me a great lesson, and I'm always gonna remain an ACT. Always, I'm loyal to the pattern that these guys have created, and I'm gonna be with it. So if you're not with this, if you think because Shakia first, Shakia second, Shakia third is here, and you made money, massive amount of money on the first and the second, don't think you're gonna be able to do it on the third. Get away, walk away. Let me die with it. So I'm gonna run this asset no matter what happens. Anyway, guys, um, I have to figure this out, man. I got hacked on Telegram. I have to figure this out, and we shall see what's gonna happen. I mean, I have to come about a new strategy, and trust me, I will. It's just um, I have to figure this out. I love you guys, and I shall start my Farsi live session immediately, and I will put up this for you guys. Okay.